record on
Have
this.
him there? He's not talking.
Okay.
He's
All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Screen one. Boop. Okay. So you can see we're on YouTube right now. I'm just going to show you sort of my workflow for how I do things. So this requires a YouTube account, and it requires Google Classroom. And there's multiple ways to record yourself. Zoom is one that works. I'll show you sort of a more advanced setup, and then kind of the way that I do it. So I use this program called Streamlabs OBS. I'm going to bring that up right now and show you what it looks like. Streamlabs I'm going to pull up Twitch real quick. There we go. Streamlabs is actually normally used for Twitch, which is an online service where a lot of our students use to stream video games, right? So, live playing video games while people watch them. I'm using Twitch to do live office hours for my kids. And I'm also using this same program, Streamlabs, which looks like this, I'm basically using this to record all of my, I wish this would go back to full screen. All right. Using this to record all of my videos and direct instructions. So I wanted to just go over how Streamlabs works, and then we can talk about uploading to YouTube and hooking it up to Twitch and all that business. Okay. So I do want to define a couple of terms here. So a live stream is when you are sort of just making a TV channel on your own. It's a one-way interaction. It's not like Zoom. I find that live streams are helpful because students can still chat at you, but it helps control what's coming through, right? Students can't just yell obscenities in the middle of it or talk when they shouldn't. And it keeps everybody from, it keeps anything from sort of getting out of hand. For one-on-one work with students that need accommodations, it's probably not your best bet, but for your general class, I think this works really well. So the way Twitch works is when you get a Twitch account, anyone can get a Twitch account. It's free. It's just twitch.tv. You make an account just like you would for anywhere else. You'll end up with what's called a channel. And if you click this little drop-down button, you'll see channel. So this is my channel. It's offline right now. You can see I've named it Mr. Lawrence's Office Hours. And the Twitch is kind of a weird, finicky thing because you don't record your screen directly from Twitch. You have a different, a different program, in this case, Streamlabs, and you hook that up to Twitch. So basically, when I set up my Twitch account, I'm going to have to then log in again on Streamlabs. So when you get Streamlabs, it'll ask you to log in on Twitch. So you have to already have a Twitch thing. You can do it without a Twitch account and just use this to make YouTube videos, which is pretty nice. So basically, the thing about the way Streamlabs works, and the reason that I really like it, is it allows you to do things called scenes. So a scene is just, you can see up here, this is my current scene that I have up. This is my intermission scene, but it's just a background. Sometimes it's animated. Sometimes it has your picture on it. Sometimes it's like a live screen with a game. This is like my, when I have my actual stream, this is how I do it, is a live stream with a game. And up in the top corner, that would be my, up here, that would be my video. And I would just talk through it. But these scenes allow you to sort of flip between what you're showing your students. And they also keep you from just automatically showing your students everything that you have going on, which is a helpful thing I have found. Hold on one second. I just want to mess with okay. So you have this here. So this is Streamlabs. So you have scenes, which is the different kind of things. Now within each scene, you have on the left here, this thing called sources. Sources are basically just like things that you put on the screen. You can make them from scratch. So you might make a scene and just call it classroom, right? So you would hit a little plus button over scene, name it your classroom, click here. So right now, this is just a blank screen. We don't have anything on it. We have to add sources. So this is where we're able to be a little bit more specific and not just show our students everything, right? So we can add different things that they'll see when we make the video. So if we click here, you can see we have all of our sources. A good place to start a lot of times is with video capture device. That would be like a webcam, right? So if we click on video capture device, add source, webcam source, and so we would just have webcam. So now that is going to be up here on our screen. And we can, in a moment, I'll show you how we can like move it around and stuff. So, you know, we can double click on it and set how big it is. We can set how it looks, all this like just basic stuff you can do with any webcam program. Then we might also want to do audio, right? So we want to like have our voice, like our mic and our aux. So we could do, that's going to kind of happen natively. Like you can just sort of talk and it'll record it. But we can also like capture our desktop audio. So if you wanted to play a video on your desktop and have them listen to it, we could do audio output capture, right? Desktop audio, add source, and then boop, and then we have it. So basically what we're doing is we're just sort of like setting up what's going to be up here when we do start recording, right? So you can see like I have it a little bit more on one of mine. If we go to one that I've made, you can see like I have this live screen and I have a lot of sources. I have a chat box set up for my students. I have an alert that tells me when people get on and off my stream. I have my webcam. I have my header, right? I have a game capture, which is where I capture my specific game, and then a display capture. So let me show you how to do that. So basically, right now, there's no visual at all because all of our scenes are just our webcam and then our audio of whatever our desktop is playing. So if we want them to actually see our screen, we can go to display capture, which gives this gives us, we can set up just to display our primary monitor. So now we have that. And we can move this down so it's beneath the webcam. And then we can, you know, kind of finagle around with where everything is. And so it kind of is just like a what you see is what you get. We can kind of move this around. So like if I wanted to do something where I just had my screen down in the corner and then I had a webcam source, you know, boop, boop, webcam source over here, and I could like put my webcam up here and then put my screen down here. And basically you just get this bad boy set up the way you want it. And when you install the program, it'll ask you to add your Twitch account. You don't have to, but if you've added your Twitch account already, you'll just go live as soon as you hit the go live button down here. It's actually pretty straightforward. If you want to record it for like a YouTube video, like when I make my YouTube videos, what I do is I just make one of these that is just my face and then a webcam. So like if I was going to make a YouTube video, let me remove this real quick. If I was going to make a YouTube video, I would do video capture device. I would do add a new source instead. Webcam. Add source. And done. And so then I would move like my webcam up over here. And then I would just sort of like pull up my PowerPoint, hit record, and start talking, right? And what's going to end up happening is when you record stuff, when you hit record the first time, it'll ask you where you want to put it on your computer. Usually it just outputs it to my videos, right?
Yeah.
So like for me, I have it set up in a separate file in my Dropbox. So if I go to my Dropbox, I'll show you. So for me, it would look like this. So let's see, Nathan, work. So like I have all of my videos that I've done so far right here. Right.
Okay.
And so these are just video files. So once we have done our live stream, people can comment, et cetera, et cetera. Or if we're just recording like something that we're not going to live stream, we end up with this video file. Right.
Okay.
And that's, and really, even if you're not going to live stream, this is a really good way to make YouTube videos quickly because you can just churn them out once you have it set up. Right. So like what I might do, like when I have the file from this Zoom, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this file and I'm going to go over to YouTube to my channel. So basically like this is just YouTube as you would see it. You can see all of the weird videos I normally am watching. But I would want to go to my YouTube channel and you can see, you just click the little drop down box. It's just like on Twitch and you click on your channel and you can see here, I have all of my things that I've uploaded. Right.
Mhm.
And I also have organized them in playlists. So like English 9 lesson, Honor 9 lessons, office hours, frame activities, poetry, cultural literacy, etc. And the way I get this to happen is I literally just click up here in the top right corner, create a video or post, upload video. And then I'm taken to this channel. So I'll just upload a video I've already uploaded. Let's say I start here for digital learning. So I select this file and then I just kind of fill all this crap out, right? And and then once it goes live, once it's uploaded, you just hit copy and then put it in. Now I will say, you probably want to make a title. You want to make what is happening in the video. You can select a thumbnail. If you want to do the playlist thing, like I've been doing it, you can click this little drop down for playlist and pick the one you want it on, right? It's going to ask you, is it made for kids? I normally hit yes because it is, right? And that keeps it from being monetized, and it also turns off the comments and prevents people from kind of trolling your video of your lesson. So I usually hit yes. And then basically we just upload the video, and then we hit public, and then we hit publish. And if we do that, then our video is on our YouTube channel. And that's it. That's all it takes. And if we want to share that from this screen where we're about to publish it, we can actually see, here's our video link to what our video, where our video is going to be once it finishes uploading. And we can literally just copy the video link and then send it out to wherever: Facebook, Twitter, Google Classroom, Remind, forever, right? So it's a really straightforward process. I like this better than Zoom for some specific things, right? If you're just going to have a class meeting where your kids are asking you questions, it might be better to do Zoom. But if you want to just like give a lesson where you don't need anybody to talk, like when I'm doing my poetry lessons or my cultural literacy lessons, or I'm doing my lesson, or I'm just going to talk about what I expect from my students for an assignment, I don't need them to talk to me. It's actually better if they don't. It's better if they can just focus on what I'm talking about. So I use this to basically make sure that kids can focus. I think if we do everything via Zoom, that we'll run into the same we'll run into the same classroom management things that we would in the classroom. Even if you mute them, they still are going to screw around. They can see each other's video. And I know there are settings to fix that in Zoom, but the problem about Zoom is that, it does have an app, but it's kind of clunky and not every kid has it. Every kid has YouTube on their phone, and most kids have Twitch on their phone. And my first Twitch live stream, I had 54 or 59 students watch my first live stream or something.
Because that's what they use.
These kids are digital natives. So I'm accidentally uploading this video I already uploaded. Whoops, cancel upload. All right. So, but I would say doing stuff through Twitch, setting stuff up in Twitch, and then reposting everything to YouTube, you're going to get really good coverage because every one of those kids knows how to use YouTube and Twitch. And most of them already have this, they are rock stables. Zoom has gone down a lot because they don't have enough server. YouTube and Twitch have not gone down because everybody always uses YouTube and Twitch already. So they're not going to go down no matter how much we do with it, right? The kids already know how to use them, and their apps are optimized for data. So you can use the YouTube app on any crappy cell phone connection. You don't have to have home internet. So I'm delivering these YouTube videos even to my kids who don't have internet. So they might have to do their stuff on paper, right? But they don't have to they might have to do their on paper, their assignments, but they don't have to not get any one-on-one instruction from me.
Yeah, because the problem I have at the middle school is that a lot of kids they have phones, but they don't have computers, and they don't have internet. I mean, they can watch a short video on their phone, but instead of just going.
And if you make it like this, it's easy.
I'm pretty sure I have students that didn't go back and pick up the computers.
Yeah. So do you guys have, Adam or either of you, do you guys have questions?
Adam had some questions for you, I think, before.
The only microphone and camera I have are for my 5-year-old's Chromebook or my moderately spiffy cell phone. Okay, so I would say for actual screen share, you're probably better for Best Buy. You can live stream to YouTube via the app. And so you could do a live stream. So if I'm on, I can't share, let's see, let me share my screen again. So if I go, boop. So if I'm on YouTube, I don't know why I can't see chat. Oh, there's chat. Oops, there we go. Give me a second. No, where's my, I'm showing my ignorance of the Zoom platform right now because I think it's a little clunky. And anyway, so, can I see chat up here? Oh, so that's how it works. Okay, cool. So if you're on a computer like a Chromebook, or if you're on your phone, if you hit the plus button to make a new video, you can either upload a video or you can go live. So you can see here, like if I don't want to mess with the Twitch thing and I just want to go live on YouTube, I literally can just click go live and then it'll pop it up, right? I'm not going to. Let's see. Allow access to your, I just did. Continue allowing, yeah, done. So anyway, if this would work, let's see if this, oh, I think this isn't working because I'm using my camera for this. So hold on one second. Let's stop my video. Boop. All right, cool. So you can see I can make a title. I make, age restriction. I don't really need to do age restriction because I can just say, yes, this is for kids, whatever, right? We won't be able to do live chat. Now, for a live, I might say, no, it's not for kids. So you can do a live chat and then just do age restriction, right? And we can go to more options so we can see sort of like, where's this going to come from? We can schedule it, we can make a title, and we can also make it unlisted. So this is actually really helpful because if we make it unlisted, that means that the only people who'll be able to come to it is someone who gets the link for it, right? So I might say like office hours, March 17th, right? And then I could schedule it for later, or I can go live right now. So like I have everything set up. I've named it. I made it unlisted. And if I just hit next, so there's my thumbnail. And then you can see it says unlisted, right? So I can actually just hit share, and then I'll have this link right here, right? And the only people who can get on this or will even see it are people who already have the link, or people who follow you, which would probably be your students. And when you're in this, right, so I would just copy and then I would put that on my Google Classroom. And actually, when you're in this, you can also moderate your chat, right? So like I could pull up my participants and I can like kick people from this if I had any other participants. Right now I don't. This is really helpful because you can sort of just stream whatever, right? So you can see like I can manage it up here, a little bit more options, what I want it to look like, when it's scheduled, all this bad boy. And then once I have this up, it's really just kind of like you would do any webcam thing, except that kids can only chat to you, they can't respond, right? Now, if you want to do something a little bit more robust, like the live streaming on Twitch, or like long term, if you want to make YouTube videos at a little higher level, I think basically you can basically do everything I'm doing with like a headset with a microphone and any random laptop, as long as it's Windows or Mac, right? So like I think you could really go either way. It just depends on how robust you want things to be, right? Like when I do my streams, like I have like, animations and like, it looks pretty. That's certainly not required. I think it makes the kids more engaged, but I don't think you don't necessarily mean it, right?
Maybe down the road. And like,
yeah.
If we get more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could roll with just like a bare bones setup of you're doing YouTube streaming, and then as when you do the YouTube streams, they will save automatically. A good enough webcam headset and microphone. I mean, Logitech's usually, you can get the one I'm wearing right now is like $100, and I'm like, and that's because it's my gaming headphones. It's not, but like if we go on Amazon, like if you just look up the Logitech, you can get them for pretty cheap. Like any of these Logitechs, you can kind of pay whatever you want. Like there's a $40 gaming headset, right? Or you could just do mic headset. I like the over the ear headphones. Yeah, this is a Corsair wireless one. It's like the wireless version of this. I don't know where the wireless version is, but the HS70. But yeah, this one's really good, and this is only like $45. This one just has a wire. But I would just if you just look up headset, I would recommend getting an over the ear headset, because that will keep the feedback out of your mic, right? that's part of the problem that people have when they're like doing these conference calls and you hear the like back and forth, back and forth. I don't know why I have ibuprofen in my cart. Anyway, so you can see like any one of these would be fine. I mean, really, as long as it has a boom headset and, you know, it's over the ear, you're pretty much good to go. I would say just in terms of convenience, if you want a spring for a wireless one, it's nice. It's nice to have, and it doesn't, you know, certainly doesn't hurt anything. But having any one of these wired ones, like this Corsair one, is a really good headset that you can take the mic out so you can use it and not look like a Dorcas. And the only difference between this headset and the one I have is that it's wired, but it's only $45. I mean, you know, you're going to be in pretty good shape with that. Any other questions, thoughts, whatever? I just turn this live stream off here.
I'm good. I was thinking of using this for my oral exams because it seems like we may go for longer than they're saying.
Yeah.
So
I
think it will be a good thing to have a one-on-one. I would not do like a Zoom thing for everybody, but the one-on-one.
Yeah. So yeah, you could definitely start. You could definitely do a like a Zoom for each kid, or a Zoom where they had come at a certain time. But what I'm having mine do for their speeches, just so that they can practice it a little more. So like if you have, they have to do like a oral exam, but it's like preset. Like I just tell them this button that says create is on the YouTube app. So if they have a phone, they can literally just hit go live, or they can hit upload or make video from camera, and they can just record themselves doing it. I have not. So in terms of cameras, like, so, I mean, obviously I'm using a podcast mic. I'm using a Rode pod mic because this is my mic for whatchamacallit. So this pod mic is super sweet, but it's like $200. So don't buy that. But I think my experience with webcams is that Logitech and Microsoft are the best bet. So like I do have the C615, which is it's like a 1080p one. But I mean, you would be fine getting really anything that is like Logitech. Aki is fine. Like I would not go too far off the beaten path, just because like then you start to get into quality issues, right? They're gonna be they tend to be pricey, and I think there's kind of like been a run on them recently. For mics, you can get, if you want like a real mic, like if we're doing this for the rest of the semester and you want to get like a real mic, you can actually get a what's it called? It's called a Snowball mic. Yeti. Yeah, a Blue Yeti Snowball mic for like $50. This thing plugs directly into your computer, and it is compatible with swing arms like this, which are really helpful if you're recording. And it's only $50, and it'll sound fine. Like, and you know, a lot of people stream and game and do the whole thing. And just with this, I only have a mic because we got sponsors, and I had sponsor money to buy my own equipment. So, but I think the Blue Snowball Ice USB is a great offer, or a great choice for a mic long term. I think that, like, obviously short term, using your onboard mic and keyboard and camera is fine if you have a laptop or whatever. I think long term, if we end up doing this for like months instead of weeks, that your best bet is to invest in something that's going to give you a little bit higher quality. Because like, if the only way I can communicate with my students is via microphone, I want it to be clear, right? I don't want it to be crackly, crappy, like headset audio from an iPhone earpods or whatever, or iPhone earbuds, right? So like, I would invest in something like this. Like the Blue Snowball is a really good one. You, generally speaking, you want a USB mic. Condenser mics require like extra stuff. So like Blue Yeti makes really good USB mics. The SpeedFind one is okay, it's fine, but you want to make sure that you have something that's a condenser that doesn't require a preamp, because I can't really show you this, but like this mic that I'm using right now actually does not go directly to my computer. It goes to a preamp that is like a separate thing that I bought. So like, if you buy one that requires a preamp, it's not going to work with just plugging into your computer. But any one of these like sort of little plug and play microphone kits would be fine. It's just you want to get into something that's more of a condenser mic or what's called a diaphragm mic, as opposed to just like a little tinny mic on your headset. Now, some of those Logitech headsets, like if you buy a really good headset, it's going to have a decent mic on it and you'll probably be fine with that. But if you just want to use your earbuds and get a separate mic, something like this for like $40. So like you could throw together like a halfway decent recording setup for like $50-$60, right? Just depending on what you wanted to spend your money on. So like if you had cheap earbuds, then you could get a nicer mic, or you could do a more expensive headset with mic that, you know, will work for you. It just depends on what you want to do. Anything else before we get out of here?
I'm good. Thanks a lot for everything. I think
Yeah. No.
this is the way to go, I guess, from now on.
Yeah. I mean, I think the prudent thing for all of us to do, I don't know why I'm just showing everyone my Amazon page right now. The prudent thing for all of us to do is to just plan as though we're doing this for the rest of the semester. I don't know if we are, but I don't think it makes sense to act like that this is going to be a 2-week thing, right? That's not helpful to anybody. So I'm not saying throw a bunch of money down on this stuff. I'm just saying have contingencies so that you're prepared to do this the rest of the semester. And I don't know that just like I don't think that just sending people assignments via Classroom is sustainable, right? And I worry about the stability of Zoom, right? So I think that this is a really good alternative.
And I wish, and I hope that everybody is taking this serious and actually doing the work. That's the other problem. I think I'm coming to that we need to figure out how to do grades and all that stuff. They said don't put grades, but I don't know.
I mean, I think
we'll see.
I'm kind of treating these first couple of weeks as just like a trial, where it's like I'm basically like, I consider these first 2 weeks to be like a formative assessment of like, do you understand how digital learning works? And I think you have to fall back on the structures that you already have established for your classroom, right? So like it's like to throw my screen up. Like screen share that's fine. Boop. I give 3 quizzes a week and I have not stopped doing that. So like, you know, I have recorded myself doing all of the lessons for cultural literacy, poetry, and grammar, and then I'm going to give them a grammar quiz. And I think the advantage that I have is that, like, you know, this is my honors class, but you can see like all of this stuff is from like January. Like they've already had 20 assignments on Google Classroom. And I think the biggest thing is just continuity between like whatever you were planning on doing that you told them you were going to do. I think the trick is to figure out how to like go ahead and do that stuff anyway, so that they don't feel like, oh, everything's disrupted, nothing is real or whatever, right? Like figure out a way to at least do a modified version of what you were going to do anyway. That way they feel like they have continuity, because I think what they're looking for is like stability and organization and continuity more than they're looking for like, can I learn English? I think the reason that I've had good results is because like the message has been, you know, like we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. Here's what I need you to do. I'm organized. I'm ready to do this, you know?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that I had a good turnout yesterday.
Yeah.
Which I thought that, because the other days that I assign something like for snow days, they mostly don't do it, period.
Right.
But yesterday, a lot of them were in, had some problems today with trying new things, and they were pretty good about it. So I had a couple students emailing me, but just everybody was very. But I really don't know how many, especially in the middle school. The high school I know, but in the middle school I don't know how many have devices, how many didn't, because they were supposed to pick them up. So I'm waiting on that.
Yeah,
so we'll see how it goes.
I think one advantage we have is that they feel the uncertainty that everyone else is feeling, and they're freaked out as much as everybody else is. So I think that it might be a little cynical, but I think it's not a bad idea to work with that vulnerability. Like I can offer you a sense of stability in this time where things are kind of crazy. And like the way I'm going to offer you that is because that I'm just going to keep on being me as a teacher. Right. And I think that basically like we need to choose the digital tools that are going to reflect who we are as teachers, because that's what our kids are looking for. Even if they hate us. Like I think my kids who hate me still, at least they recognize the stability of like, oh, Mr. Lawrence, I still hate him. I hated him when we were here in person, and digitally I still hate him. Some things haven't changed. Right. Uh, yeah, you
Thanks
muted.
again for thanks again for everything.
Oh
And
no, no problem.
uh, I'm glad. Well, I'm glad I know who to go to. I mean, Miss. I don't know what uh, Shirley is doing, but he is pretty savvy. So I was going to him too.
Yeah.
So
Well,
here we
yeah,
are. I'm glad to see that so many people are willing to help each other. That's very nice.
yeah. And just let me know if y'all have any other questions, or there are things that you need advice on, equipment, or how to do anything. I'm willing to show. And if that's all right with y'all, I'm gonna actually, I've recorded this, I'm gonna put it on YouTube and then send it out to people who missed it, so that there's people who are kind of like having this conversation. um so anyway, yeah, that was great, guys, and I guess I'll talk to you soon. Let me know if you need any help.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.